everybody, welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge. Victor Gyokeres has gone 600 minutes without a goal, and Florian Wirtz has no goals or assists in the Premier League for Liverpool, despite costing over £100 million. Are these players flops or not? Get your comments in, because I tell you what, I do believe that there is a very new feature in football, especially driven by certain fans in the media, whereby before a player's even kicked a ball, there is this desire for them to be a flop. I certainly noticed it with Gyokeres. Before he'd even played for Arsenal, there was people talking about him in a negative way. And there is this desire in the modern game to almost cancel players before they've even been given an opportunity. I think when you look at someone like Gyokeres, 600 minutes without a goal is a very long time. But football, I mean, the only opinion that matters is Mikel Arteta and Arsenal fans. And are you looking at Gyokeres and going, I'm really worried he hasn't scored a goal for 600 minutes. Things are really bad. Or are you looking at the league table and going, we might actually win the league this year. We look like the best team in the league this year. We're at the top of the league this year. We're looking really good this year. And I think, look, Gyokeres has been brought by Arsenal to score goals. But from what I've seen of Arsenal, they've actually got a focal point. And yeah, you want your striker to score goals, but in every single game I've watched Arsenal, whether it's been Liverpool, whether it was Forest, whether it was Manchester United in the opening day, he is occupying those centre-backs. You know, he might not be scoring goals, but he is occupying those centre-backs. And that, therefore, creates different types of opportunities for an Arsenal side, where I think pre this season, they didn't really have a striker, and you can defend in them a different way. You focus more on your defence down the flanks because that's where they're dangerous, and you don't really worry about the striker. Whereas, whatever you think about Gyokeres, reputationally, he's a goal scorer, he's a handful, he's physical, and that maybe, well, I think definitely, when you look at Arsenal, they are reaping the benefits of the space that he provides. Now, obviously, you want him to score goals, but he's also in a team that hasn't played with a striker for many years. And I think when you watch Arsenal, they're not even playing to his strengths yet. That's going to take time. Much the same as it has and will with Man United and Sesko and Liverpool and Isak as well, who is another player that you can bring in. We talk about Wirtz, but what about Isak? You know, one of the most prolific strikers in the Premier League last year, not really setting the world on fire. Obviously, because he didn't sign for Liverpool until the end of the window. We'd already seen 3 Premier League games. He didn't have a pre-season either. Neither did Gyokeres, neither did Sesko. So, and even in the case of Wirtz, well, he had a pre-season, but it's a new league. There's a big demand. It's a high-pressure environment. So I think there is, I think I have to side on the fact that none of these players are flops, whether it's Wizza at Newcastle, whether it's Sesko at Man United, Gyokeres at Arsenal, Wirtz, Isak. None of them are flops because it's only the middle of October. But I think the modern world, the swipe right, swipe left TikTok generation of no patience, everybody wants to classify something as quick as possible. You know, you go to the cinema, you watch the latest release, and you go, oh, I don't like this after the trailers. The film's not even bloody started yet. Well, I don't like it, and I'm not gonna like it. And there is that impatience. And the one thing you must understand about football is that, especially when it's players going to a new environment, there will be an adjustment period. This is the most intense league in the world. Nothing comes close. It is the most scrutinised league in the world. Nothing comes close. And you can be a player like Wirtz who comes in for, 120 million, whatever it was. Oh, no goals and no assists. He must be a flop. Liverpool are a point off the top. There's a huge amount of change going at that football club. He might not be a good player till next season. He might be a flop next season, in which case he's a flop. But I just think people look at it too early. And does it actually matter? I mean, in the case of Arsenal, Gyokeres not scoring for a few games, does it actually matter? Have they lost a game because he's missed 3 sitters? No. And I think the adjustment period and also what's going on is the issue. And when I look at Liverpool, you look at Liverpool, could Wirtz have won them games where they've lost? Yes. But ultimately, have Liverpool really suffered because of Wirtz not settling in or Isak not settling in? Not really. These are marginal calls. And I think it's way too early. And I just think that, I don't think it's going to change. I really don't think it's going to change. I think this is the world we operate in now. But as I said at the start of the video, there is this just determination to classify somebody as a flop instantly, almost before they've put the shirt on. And people take great satisfaction in it as well. Oh, look at him, he's a flop, he's shit, this, that, and the other. I mean, that's rivalry. Some of it's banter as well. But I think it's way too soon. And I also think it's not about the individual. Does this not feed into Player FC? Like, you know, people obsess about what's going on with Isak or what's going on with Gyokeres, what's going on with Liverpool and what's going on with Arsenal. Yeah, Liverpool have lost their last 3 games, but they've got a really good opportunity over the next few games to hit the ground running, get themselves back in amongst it in the Champions League and in the Premier League, which is their focus. Arsenal are top of the league. They're doing very, very well. Why is it about individuals? Because somebody somewhere has got to write a negative headline. Somebody somewhere has got to make a story out of something. And I guarantee you, Mikel Arteta is going to get asked about Gyokeres at some point in the next week or two. Oh, you know, what's going on with him? But I think it does, in many cases, expose the very basic nature in the way that football is sometimes consumed in the modern game. Because, as I say, when you watch Arsenal, Gyokeres, scoring or not, is occupying players that create spaces for other people. Isak, whether he's a flop or not, and he's not a flop, will do the same for Liverpool because people are scared of him. You look at the way United deal with Isak at the weekend, regardless of whether he scores or not, or whether Liverpool win or not, they won't just go, he's shit, and leave him alone. They'll be compensating for that, and that means that other people might be able to take advantage of it. Surely the team is all that matters, not the individual. That's my point. Get your comments in below. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you smash a like on the video. And we are live tonight for England against Latvia as well. So if you fancy a chilled out watch along where we probably talk about things like what's your favourite packet of crisps? Is it too early to be playing Christmas songs on October the 15th, which is tomorrow, or today, the 14th, and lots of other stuff that gets brought in, then you can tune in for that as well. Don't forget as well, we are back on Friday with Bundesliga action live on That's Football. I haven't done the highlights show for the week before the international break purposely because I wanted to do it this week. So that will probably be going out tomorrow or Thursday as well. All the goals and all the things that are going on with that. We've also got my FC26 career mode, which you can check out on my channel as well. That's going very, very well. And I'm just trying to think what else is going on. Well, yeah, the return of the Premier League on Saturday and the Champions League next week, which actually I'm really looking forward to one of the games next week. It's Eintracht Frankfurt against Liverpool in Frankfurt in the Champions League. So the Bundesliga against the Premier League again. And we've already had Bayern against Chelsea, but I'm looking forward to that because Frankfurt really do concede a lot of goals. So we should get a goal fest in that. An Oktoberfest goal fest, hopefully. Thanks everyone for watching. Get your comments in below as always. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe, and I'll speak to you on the next one.